Have you ever felt like the second choice in someone's life? As if your needs and desires are always secondary. In this video, we will dive deep into this situation and show you how to become irresistible, someone people naturally choose to prioritize and value. It's not about changing who you are, but about polishing the incredible person you already are. If you've ever felt ignored or underestimated, get ready, because this video will elevate your awareness. Lesson number 1, the art of mystery. The first step to becoming unforgettable is mastering the art of mystery. But don't worry, we're not talking about being secretive or hiding who you really are. The idea is to reveal yourself gradually, like a story unfolding chapter by chapter. Think of the Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius, for example, believed in the virtue of temperance, in not revealing everything all at once, but sharing thoughts and ideas at the right moments with care. It's like savoring a good wine, enjoying every note instead of downing the bottle in one gulp. You allow people to discover the depth of your personality over time. Seneca, another Stoic, said that true happiness lies in enjoying the present without anxiously depending on the future. This also applies to how we reveal ourselves to others. Enjoy each moment of interaction without feeling the need to divulge everything about your plans, past experiences, or deepest thoughts. Let those things come out naturally as your relationships deepen. The art of mystery doesn't mean creating a false persona or being intentionally evasive. It's about understanding that your life story is valuable and should be shared with care and consideration. Imagine a skilled writer. They reveal their characters' layers, experiences, and beliefs in a way that invites the reader to want to know more, to become part of the narrative. That's exactly what you do when you master the art of mystery. You become a fascinating book, leaving people eager for each new chapter of your story. By cultivating that mystery, you create a natural magnetism. People are drawn to those who intrigue them, who leave a little to the imagination. It's like the pleasure of reading a good book, always wanting to turn the page to find out what happens next. In essence, mastering the art of mystery is like crafting a fascinating choreography where every step, every movement reveals a little more about you, keeping the audience captivated and wanting more. It's an invitation for people to want to discover who you really are, enjoying the journey of discovery as much as the final destination. Remember, true beauty lies not in what is immediately revealed, but in what unfolds gradually, revealing your essence with subtlety and depth. Lesson number 2, illuminate your value. Becoming a priority in someone's life is not about boasting or pretending to be someone you're not. The second lesson is about revealing your intrinsic value, showing that you are unique, important, and that your presence in someone's life is special. Think about it. We don't place much value on what is easily accessible, but what is rare and requires effort to attain becomes precious. This lesson is about demonstrating that you are a treasure. Live your life in a way that shows respect and appreciation for yourself. When you do this, people recognize and respect your value. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic philosopher, said, "You have power over your mind, not external events." Understanding this idea strengthens you, as it leads you to focus on what you can control: your actions, beliefs, and talents. When you understand your worth and don't rely on others for validation, you naturally become more attractive. He also taught us about the value of time and how it reflects our self-worth. It is not that we have little time, but that we waste much of it. Don't waste time with people who don't value you. Show that your time is precious by investing it in relationships with those who respect you and your energy. Lesson number 3, build your happiness. The third lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to find and build your own happiness. This lesson is fundamental because when you are truly happy with yourself, you naturally become more attractive to others. It's not about pretending, it's about finding authentic joy, what makes you come alive, and following that path. Marcus Aurelius taught that happiness comes from within. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, he said. This means that your joy doesn't depend on others, but starts with your own thoughts and attitudes. By focusing on positive thoughts and finding satisfaction in your actions and achievements, you project confidence and contentment, qualities that draw people in. Seneca also emphasized the importance of being content with yourself. To him, true happiness is generated internally without depending on external factors. True happiness is enjoying the present without anxiously depending on the future. In practice, this means living in the moment and appreciating the joys of life as they come, without relying on the approval or presence of others to feel happy. Another Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, spoke about the importance of focusing on what is within our control. Do not seek good in external things, seek it in yourselves. This is a powerful reminder that your happiness should not depend on others' actions or opinions, but on your own values, activities, and well-being. In real life, this lesson translates into dedicating yourself to hobbies and activities that bring you joy, spending time with people who make you feel good, and taking care of your physical and mental health. It's about building a life that makes you happy, regardless of the state of your relationships. When you're happy with yourself and your life, you don't look to others to fill a void. Instead, you share your happiness fully and authentically. This quality is irresistible and makes people want to be in your life, not because you need them to be happy, but because they are drawn to your radiant energy. When you become the source of your own happiness, you stop seeking it in others and start radiating it naturally. It's as if you become a magnet, attracting people into your life who also vibrate on the same frequency of joy and positivity. People recognize your inner strength and are inspired by your ability to find satisfaction within yourself. That aura of authentic happiness is magnetic and makes you unforgettable, someone people naturally choose to prioritize and value. In summary, building your own happiness means cultivating a positive mindset, enjoying the present, and finding joy in your own life. That inner happiness radiates, making you someone others want to be around, naturally elevating you to a position of priority in their lives. Lesson number 4. Be valuable and let others invest in you. The fourth lesson to become a priority in someone's life is understanding your value and allowing others to invest time and effort in you. Recognize that you are precious, a rare and unique treasure, not something that can be easily obtained without effort. This idea is reflected in the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Epictetus, for example, said, "Nothing great is created suddenly." This also applies to relationships. Deep connections don't form overnight. They require time, effort, and mutual investment. In summary, building your own happiness means cultivating a positive mindset, enjoying the present, and finding joy in your own life. That inner happiness radiates, making you someone others want to be around, naturally elevating you to a position of priority in their lives. Lesson number 4. Be valuable and let others invest in you. The fourth lesson to become a priority in someone's life is understanding your value and allowing others to invest time and effort in you. Recognize that you are precious, a rare and unique treasure, not something that can be easily obtained without effort. This idea is reflected in the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Epictetus, for example, said, "Nothing great is created suddenly." This also applies to relationships. Deep connections don't form overnight. They require time, effort, and mutual investment. When you allow others to invest in you, your value becomes more evident. People recognize your importance and what you bring to their lives. Marcus Aurelius also emphasized the importance of self-esteem, inner strength, and self-respect. He believed that how we view ourselves influences how others perceive and value us. It takes little to have a happy life. It's all within your thinking, Aurelius wrote. When you recognize your value and project confidence, people respect your importance. Seneca's teachings also align with this lesson. He advocated for a life of personal fulfillment and the importance of being valuable to oneself. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, Seneca observed. In other words, the fear that others won't see your value is often unfounded. Focus on being valuable to yourself, and others will recognize that value. In practice, this lesson means building a life that reflects your worth. Dedicate yourself to activities that improve your knowledge and skills. Take care of yourself physically and emotionally, and create a life you're proud of and that others want to be part of. Remember, when people invest time and effort in you, the connection deepens, and the relationship becomes more meaningful. They see you not just as another person in their lives, but as someone special and irreplaceable. Being valuable and letting others invest in you means recognizing your worth, dedicating yourself to personal growth, and building meaningful relationships based on mutual effort and respect. This attitude makes you a priority in others' lives, not because you demand it, but because you are genuinely valued and appreciated. Letting others invest in you doesn't mean becoming passive or relying on others' actions. It's about opening yourself up to true connections, cultivating reciprocity, and recognizing that just as you dedicate time and energy to those who are important to you, others also want to invest in what they find valuable and special. By showing yourself open to this exchange, you pave the way for deeper, more meaningful relationships, where your presence is naturally prioritized. Lesson number 5, live your own life. The fifth lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to focus on living your own life to the fullest. This means embracing your independence and pursuing your own interests and goals, building a life that is full and meaningful for yourself, rather than relying on others to find happiness and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic emperor, said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." This phrase captures the essence of this lesson. Living in harmony with yourself means recognizing and following your own dreams, passions, and goals. When you are content and fulfilled with your life, you naturally become more attractive to others. People see in you someone who is self-sufficient and complete, qualities that inspire admiration and interest. Seneca believed that our happiness should not depend solely on our relationships. If you want to be loved, love first, he advised. Before seeking love and validation from others, find love and satisfaction within yourself. By doing so, you become someone who doesn't demand attention, but naturally attracts it. The Stoics, like Epictetus, focused on what is within our control, our actions, activities, and reactions to life's challenges. We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. Applied to this lesson, this means not allowing your happiness to depend on how others treat or perceive you. Instead, focus on building a life that brings you joy and satisfaction. Living your own life means dedicating yourself to activities you love, whether it's a hobby, career development, or spending time with supportive friends and family. It's about setting personal goals and working to achieve them. When you have a rich and full life, people naturally want to be part of it. They see you as someone who adds value and joy, not as someone who constantly needs support or validation. This pursuit of an authentic and fulfilling life doesn't mean isolating yourself or ignoring others. On the contrary, by cultivating your own interests and passions, you become more interesting and attractive. People are inspired by your passion and enthusiasm and want to share moments with someone who radiates positive energy and vitality. Your happiness becomes contagious, and your company a gift to be cherished. Lesson number 6. Prioritize your own needs. The sixth lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to prioritize your own needs. This lesson emphasizes the importance of self-care and self-respect. Understand that taking care of yourself is not selfish, but a necessity. When you respect and meet your own needs, you project an aura of security and self-esteem that attracts others. Marcus Aurelius, the notable Stoic philosopher, spoke about the power of self-control and inner strength. You have power over your mind, not over external events. This powerful statement highlights the importance of focusing on yourself and your needs. Although we cannot control how others treat us, we can control how we treat ourselves. Seneca emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and independence. He believed that our happiness must come from within, without relying excessively on others to find value or satisfaction. Finding fulfillment within ourselves is the key to living a balanced and harmonious life, Seneca taught. Epictetus also contributed valuable insights on this topic. He believed in the importance of focusing on what we can control, our actions and our responses. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them, Epictetus affirmed. In the context of prioritizing your own needs, this means taking responsibility for your happiness and well-being instead of waiting for others to fill those roles. In practice, prioritizing your needs means setting boundaries in your relationships, ensuring that you don't constantly place others' needs above your own. It means dedicating time for yourself, whether for personal growth or simply for rest. It's about making decisions that contribute to your health and happiness, even if it sometimes means saying no to others. And this attitude of putting yourself first in no way means becoming selfish or indifferent to others' needs. On the contrary, by taking care of yourself and meeting your own needs, you become stronger and more capable of offering genuine support to those you love. It's like putting on your oxygen mask first on a plane so you can then help the person next to you. You can only give your best when you are balanced with yourself. Lesson number 7. Value your time and presence. The seventh lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to value your time and presence. This means recognizing that your availability and attention are valuable and should not be given lightly. Show that you have your own interests and responsibilities, making your time and attention precious gifts that you choose to share. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of valuing our own time. Don't act as if you had 1,000 years to live. This phrase reminds us that our time is limited and precious, and we must use it wisely. When you are selective about how and with whom you spend your time, you communicate that your presence is not something trivial or to be taken for granted. Seneca also spoke about the value of time. It's not that we have little time, but that we waste a lot of it. This reinforces the idea that being aware of how we use our time is crucial. By not always being available, you show that you value your time, leading others to value it too. Epictetus believed in the principle of focusing on what is within our control. He advised that we should dedicate our time to things that enrich and improve our lives. In the context of valuing your time, this means dedicating yourself to activities that are meaningful to you and sharing your time only with people who respect and appreciate you. In practice, valuing your time means not saying yes to every request or invitation. It's about having your own agenda and priorities, making conscious decisions about how you use your time. It involves creating a balance between your needs and others, ensuring that you don't always place yourself last on your own list. This stance of valuing your time doesn't mean becoming inaccessible or distant. On the contrary, by setting clear boundaries and dedicating yourself to what truly matters to you, you demonstrate self-awareness and respect for yourself. Your presence becomes even more special as it is offered consciously and genuinely, showing the value you place on yourself and on the people you choose to share your time with. Lesson number 8. Balance initiating communication. The 8th lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to seek balance when initiating communication. This lesson suggests that you shouldn't always be the one to initiate interactions or make plans. Allow others to take the lead from time to time. This demonstrates that your time and interests are valuable and gives them the opportunity to show they care about you too. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic philosopher, said, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." This phrase is relevant here because it suggests that life, including relationships, requires effort and adaptability, and that we don't always need to lead the action. In communication, taking a step back occasionally and allowing the other person to initiate creates a balance where both parties contribute fairly to the relationship. Seneca's teachings also support this lesson, as he emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and not placing one's happiness completely in the hands of others. By not always being the one to initiate contact, you demonstrate that your happiness and self-esteem are not entirely dependent on the other person. This attitude also gives them the chance to miss you and seek your company, showing that they value your presence. Epictetus spoke about the value of self-discipline and control in our actions. "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak," he observed. Applied to our lesson, this suggests the importance of listening and giving space in communication without filling the silence with our own words or actions. It's about finding a balance between speaking and listening, initiating and waiting. In practice, this lesson involves being mindful of how often you initiate communication. It's positive to reach out, but it's also crucial to give the other person the opportunity to do the same. It's not about keeping score or playing games, but about creating a healthy dynamic where both parties feel equally involved in the relationship. This search for balance in communication doesn't mean becoming passive or distant. By giving space for others to show their interest and take the initiative, you create an atmosphere of reciprocity and mutual respect, strengthening bonds and building healthier, more lasting relationships. Lesson number 9. Be authentic and intriguing. In a world saturated with superficiality, authenticity shines like a rare diamond. To become a priority in someone's life, it's not enough to be present. You must be memorable. And the key to that lies in being genuinely yourself, while cultivating an aura of mystery and fascination. Imagine an artist creating a unique piece of art, expressing their singular vision of the world through vibrant colors, unusual shapes, and textures that spark curiosity. That work stands out in a sea of mass reproductions precisely because of its originality and authenticity. In the same way, by showing your true self in relationships, you become someone unforgettable. Don't try to fit into prefabricated molds or adapt to others' expectations. Embrace your quirks, cultivate your talents, and express your thoughts and emotions with sincerity and courage. But authenticity doesn't mean revealing all of yourself at once. It's like a good book that unfolds its story gradually, keeping the reader eager to discover the next chapter. Cultivate an air of mystery. Leave room for curiosity, so that people want to explore the layers of your personality, discover your hidden talents, your passions, and your dreams. This aura of mystery doesn't mean being distant or inaccessible, but rather mastering the art of subtlety and intrigue. It's like a delicate perfume that leaves a lasting impression without being overwhelming. Be authentic in your actions, your words, and your choices. Don't be afraid to stand out, be different, or follow your own path. Remember, people connect with truth, vulnerability, and the courage to be who you are. They are drawn to those who radiate confidence, who have a story to tell, and who hold fascinating secrets to be discovered. By cultivating authenticity and mystery, you become irresistible. Someone people want to know better, share experiences with, and build deeper, more lasting bonds with. Your presence becomes a gift, an opportunity to connect with something unique and special. Lesson number 10. Maintain emotional balance. The 10th lesson to become a priority in someone's life is to maintain balance in emotional attachments. This lesson encourages a healthy approach to emotional involvement in relationships. Don't let your emotions completely dictate the course of interactions, but manage them in a way that promotes self-respect and mutual respect. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher known for his wisdom, taught the importance of emotional moderation and rational thinking. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. In the context of emotional balance, this means not reacting impulsively or excessively to situations, but responding in a balanced and thoughtful way. This attitude prevents you from becoming emotionally overwhelmed or getting too attached too quickly in relationships. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, emphasized the importance of having control over one's emotions. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. This phrase highlights the idea of not letting anxiety or premature emotional responses dictate our actions in relationships. Allow time for emotions to develop naturally, without overloading the relationship with expectations or idealizations. Epictetus also emphasized the importance of controlling our reactions. What matters is not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Applied to emotional balance, this suggests that while we cannot control how others behave in a relationship, we can control how much we let ourselves be emotionally affected. In practice, this lesson means observing how quickly you become emotionally involved and allowing the relationship to develop at a natural and healthy pace. This approach not only protects you from potential heartache, but also increases your attractiveness by showing that you value yourself and the emotional quality of your relationships. Bonus lesson: the art of walking away. To conclude our journey to becoming a priority in someone's life, we arrive at a fundamental lesson: the art of walking away. Having the courage to step away from situations or relationships that don't respect or value you is essential. Recognize your own worth and don't be afraid to take a step back when a relationship is not beneficial for you. This is a powerful demonstration of self-love and an important step in ensuring that others treat you as a priority. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of inner strength and self-respect. You have power over your mind, and you will find strength within, he said. This phrase is relevant to this lesson, as it suggests that the strength to walk away from a negative situation comes from within. Understand that while you cannot control how others treat you, you can control your response. Seneca also spoke about the value of self-esteem and the importance of not settling for less than you deserve. Life is not long, but it is good. In relationships, this means that the quality of the connections is more important than simply having someone around out of fear of loneliness. Epictetus believed in the freedom of choice and personal ability. Only he who has no slavery is free. This freedom includes the ability to choose to walk away from a situation that is not respectful or beneficial. Understanding your worth and knowing that you deserve respect in healthy relationships is essential. This lesson is crucial because it shows others and yourself that you are someone to be valued and prioritized. It's a declaration that you know your worth and will not settle for less. As always, I want to ask you for a small favor. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and drop a comment to let YouTube know that this content is making a difference for people like you. Your engagement helps us keep creating more powerful videos just like this, so together we can continue growing and learning. Thanks for being part of the journey, and see you in the next chapter.